Welcome to our channel. This video is regarding how our nervous system measures stimulus intensity. But before I get started, I would like to request that if you enjoy it, please hit the bell icon, leave a comment to share your thoughts, and subscribe to the channel. The all or none law is a fundamental principle in psychology that applies to both nerves and muscles. For nerves, it means that when a nerve cell or neuron is stimulated to send a signal, it either fires completely or not at all. There's no in-between state. This means that once the stimulation reaches a certain threshold, the neuron will generate an action potential, which is a brief electrical impulse that travels down the length of the neuron. If the stimulus doesn't reach this threshold, no action potential will be produced. Similarly, in muscles, the all or none law states that when a muscle fiber receives a signal from a motor neuron, a nerve cell that controls muscle movement, all the muscle fibers within that motor unit contract fully or not at all. So, if the stimulus is strong enough to trigger contraction, all the muscle fibers controlled by that motor neuron will contract together. There's no partial contraction. In essence, the all or none law describes the binary nature of nerve and muscle activations. They either respond fully to a stimulus or not at all, with no in-between response. The all or none law is a rule that says how nerves and muscles react to signals. It says that the strength of the response doesn't depend on how strong the signal is. If the signal is strong enough, the nerve or muscle will react. Imagine it like pulling the trigger of a gun. If you simply touch the trigger, the gun won't fire, but if you press it enough, the gun will fire. No in between. Similarly, a nerve or muscle either fully responds to the signal or doesn't respond at all. When a strong enough signal comes in, it triggers an action potential like firing a gun. This happens because the signal changes the inside of the nerve or muscle, making it ready to send information along. It's like how a gun fires when enough pressure is applied to the trigger, regardless of how hard you press it. Inside a nerve, there's a resting state where it's ready to react. But when a signal comes, it changes the nerve's state, letting in sodium ions. Once enough sodium ions enter and reach a certain level, the nerve fires. Again, it's all or nothing. It either fires or it doesn't. But how does the body know how strong the signal is? Just like you would want to know how hot your coffee is before taking a sip, the body needs to sense the intensity of a signal. It's essential for reacting appropriately, like knowing how hard someone is shaking your hand. Our nervous system determines how strong a stimulus is using two main sources of information: neuron firing rate. When a neuron fires more quickly, it means the stimulus is stronger. Number of neurons firing. If many neurons fire together or in quick succession, it also indicates a strong stimulus. For instance, when you sip very hot coffee, the sensory neurons in your mouth react swiftly. Similarly, a strong handshake from a colleague triggers rapid neural firing and activities many sensory neurons in your hand. In both cases, the rate and number of neurons firing give us crucial info about the stimulus intensity. According to the rate law, a more intense stimulus causes neurons to fire faster. This law is based on the absolute refractory period of neurons, which is the time after firing when they can't generate another action potential, regardless of stimulus intensity. It's not just the action potential itself that communicates the signal's strength, but also the speed and number of neurons firing simultaneously. Examples of the all or none response, where nerve cells either fire fully or not at all, include touching a hot pan, smelling a delicious scent, feeling the coldness of water or detecting the sweetness of candy. In each case, sensory information is transmitted via action potentials to the brain. The all or none law was first described in 1871 by psychologist Henry Pickering Bowditch, who initially applied it to the contraction of heart muscles. Later, it was found that neurons and other muscles also respond to stimuli according to this principle. This principle ensures that vital information doesn't lose its strength as it travels to the brain, allowing us to respond effectively to environmental stimuli. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful or entertaining, I would like to receive your support. Please give it a like, share it with your friends and family, and subscribe to our channel. By subscribing, you will stay up to date on our latest content, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell to never miss a new upload.